Hello, my nerdy friends. How's everybody doing? This is a unplanned, unscheduled live, but so I didn't promote it all, so I'm talking to nobody. But if you're catching this on the replay, I just wanted to do a quick response here about the news that James Gunn has been given the creative helm of the DCU, and some thoughts I have on it. Um, the top line is I just think it's probably the smartest thing DC's done, point blank, in a very long time. And it isn't just the idea that sort of because I'm an unabashed Gun fan. I loved Guardians 1. I thought 2 was less successful. I think some of his projects have been middle of the road. I know Peacemaker's a big hit. So it's not specific about that. But the guy's a pro. He's a genuine comics fan, and he's a real creative force. And I think having somebody that can serve as sort of that unifying creative guidance is just a brilliant thing for DC to do right now. They've had so many bad press headlines, so many mistaken decisions, and also I'm blanking on his name, but sort of his producing partner who's going to be handling more of the businessing side, and Gunn's going to handle the creative. I just think it's really smart. Essentially, they get their own Feige. Um, Now, one thing I thought was strange is that it's only a 4-year deal, which, yeah, in some respects, 4 years is a long time. But if you really think about it as like scheduling and arcing out, it's not that much time. Planning moves, setting them up, seeing them to fruition. I mean, making a film can be a 2 to 3 year thing, easy. So I be curious to see how actually 4 years that is, or if it's just kind of like it's 4 years, so there's an escape hatch. Um, but I just think it's a really, really, really wise decision. And listen, even if okay, Snyder Bros, whatever. Even if you're a true DC fan, like deep, deep DC fan, you have to acknowledge the amount of L's they've been stringing together has been pretty intense, and the wins have basically come in a very like sporadic way and inconsistent way. Having somebody who's had success on the prestige TV side in the film world, being able to pull him from Marvel, and kind of lock him down inside your world, it's just a win, any way you look at it. And I think bodes really, really well. We'll see if WB doesn't screw it up. uh, they've been known to do that, but I'd be pretty optimistic. And if you're a fan of, look, DC Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. I mean, iconic comic characters who have had a varying degree of successful presentations, but varying. Um, they announced they're sort of like scrapping the work they'd done on the new Green Lantern project, and are kind of rebuilding it around John Stewart. I assume that is a Gunn directive, or at least he was part of that decision making. And so you're already kind of seeing some of those decisions take hold. And honestly, thinking about his universe building with Guardians, I would be really optimistic to see what they're going to do with Green Lantern, who I think you'd be hard pressed to find a higher profile hero and mythos in the comics that has been handled so poorly. I mean, that brand is so tarnished, with the Ryan Reynolds film and the stop starts of other things. So I would love to see that come back. And then like you can get into the weirder stuff with Gunn, and know you're in safe hands as well. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Throw them in the comments. I'll get back to them. This is a little bit of an experiment. It's my first kind of like live, short, rapid reaction. So I hope you all like it. I've got a bunch of other takes coming up here shortly. Actually, I want to talk a little bit about why I think we are getting Ned Leeds as Hobgoblin coming up in the MCU, and also connecting some dots of why I think and how I think Miles Morales will be making his appearance in the MCU. So that's going to be coming up soon. my next longer show, full show, live show, tomorrow, Thursday, the 27th, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, or tonight when you're watching this, or in the past if you're watching in the future. Um, I'm going to be talking about Andor and the Rings of Power and the way they are doing a modern reimagining of sort of classical sci-fi and fantasy archetypes, of really um, giving a more well-rounded exploration of heroes and villains. And I'm going to be joined by Andy from Token with Friends Pod, and we're going to be deep diving on that. But I just wanted to drop those quick thoughts about James Gunn. Let me know your guys' thoughts, drop them in the comments, and I will respond. Thanks for joining, everybody. See you next time.